Few Russian women have put their careers on the line like Daria Zhuk. In a country where sexually harassing women is often the butt of jokes, she's daring to push for change.
It's a very big problem, yes, of course. All my friends, I mean women and girls, they faced it.
She works at TV Rain, an independent, liberal-leaning station in Moscow. 4 years ago, during an interview, she met powerful Russian parliamentarian Leonid Slutsky. His behavior became defiant, indecent. He tried to touch me. He tried to kiss me. It happened right away when he entered the studio. Spurred on by what was happening with Me Too elsewhere, last month Zhuk went public with the harassment, using her own program to speak out. That encouraged 3 other women to come forward with their own stories of Slutsky leching on them. Katerina Kotrakatsa, who now works for a Russian-language station in New York City, says Slutsky tried to kiss her during an interview 7 years ago.
He just pulled me to the wall and tried to kiss me and tried to touch me, and I was astonished.
Not only did Slutsky deny it, the Speaker of Russia's Duma said the women should have quit their jobs if they didn't like the attention. Another MP said Slutsky was only guilty of not sharing the women.
When I saw the reaction of Mr. Slutsky to the anonymous reports, when he was in Facebook trying to, make a joke about it, it made me just crazy.
Harvey Weinstein.
Russian state TV tends to portray Me Too as a Western phenomena, not relevant here because of Russia's social superiority. But after another woman, BBC producer Farida Rustamova, claims Slutsky asked her to be his mistress, the calls for his resignation grew louder. Finally, he posted this on Facebook. Sorry to those of you I've caused any discomfort, consciously or unconsciously.
I really think that this is a huge step for the Russian civil society, and no one has ever did this before.
The Ethics Committee of the Duma finally agreed to look into the complaints. Daria Zhuk will appear and tell her story on Wednesday. At worst, Slutsky's penalty may only be a reprimand, but given the continuing hostility, Zhuk says it still amounts to a modest Me Too moment for Russia. Chris Brown, CBC News, Moscow.
So we'll have to wait to see how the Duma responds to the complaints, but its track record on women's rights is not good. Last year, it went so far as to decriminalize some forms of domestic violence. So now if a man hits his wife or child less than twice a year and doesn't break any bones, the most he could get is 15 days in jail or a fine of about $655 Canadian.